Ida for calling family members us after they left a mess from shooting guns and exploding tannerite on grandma's property. My 79-year-old grandmother owns 15 acres and lives by herself. There are 5 horses on this property, 2 of which are mine. She lives a state away from most of our family and I'm often the only one that visits and I help take care of her, the land and the animals. I moved to this state just to be closer to her. She's currently out of state visiting family for 11 days. Many of my family members have guns and they like to come to the property and shoot. The property is not designed for shooting, it's for livestock. There's a single large pasture in the back and a small paddock next to the house with a horse shed where I feed the horses. For the past few years they have come to shoot and leave. I'm always cleaning up shells, casings and live rounds and once filled an entire 5-gallon bucket with them. Last year they shot up a tree in the paddock and it collapsed near the horses. They crashed through the fence in a panic. The tree had to be removed and the fence replaced. Luckily the horses only had scrapes. On New Year's Eve they were at the property and shooting. I'm taking care of the horses full-time while my grandmother is gone. I had trimmed most of their hooves the day before and needed to finish the back feet on my QH yearling. Shooting makes the horses skittish and the horses were nervous when I arrived. It's difficult to clip and file hooves on a young nervous horse. It took me longer than usual. I arrived at 2:10 and finished at 3:16 p.m. I have cameras, and left while there was still a couple hours of light remaining and had a wonderful new year. Yesterday I get to the property and it's a disaster. The trees are full of holes and are going to die. There are chunks of shredded metal cans, wood, and plastic everywhere. I find out that my brother posted a video on social media of them exploding tannerite in the paddock. I don't have social media so I commented on the video from my spouse's profile, with permission, that they are assholes for leaving such a huge mess. I'm the one that always has to clean it up. I haven't read the replies but have been told my cousin is outraged and blaming me for the mess. He is claiming that if I hadn't taken so long with the horses that they would have had more daylight to clean up. I think this is absurd. There are spotlights and they could have used flashlights. I often clean up at night with a flashlight after working with the horses. I was also never informed that they needed daylight. They had been shooting for a couple hours before I arrived and I assumed they were waiting for dark to pop fireworks. Am I the asshole for calling them assholes? Am I the asshole for taking so long with the horses? Update: brother called my husband. He plans to go out there tomorrow to clean up. I'm glad I left the mess. I will update if he actually does it.